roasted fox, I'm off, said the fox. Goodbye, little mouse, and away he sped. Silly old fox, doesn't he know there's no such thing as a Gruffalo? On went the mouse through the deep dark wood, and an owl saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come and have tea in my treetop house. It's frightfully nice of you, owl, but no, I'm going to have tea with a Gruffalo. A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo? A Gruffalo? Why didn't you know? Yes, lovely names. And turned out toes, and a poisonous wart at the end of his nose. Where are you meeting him? Here, by the stream. His favourite fruit is owl ice cream. Owl ice cream. Too-wit, too-woo. Goodbye, little mouse, and away owl flew. Silly old owl, doesn't he know there's no such thing as a Gruffalo? Snake, on went the mouse through the deep dark wood. The snake saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come for a feast in my log pile house. It's wonderfully good for you, snake, but no, I'm having a feast with a Gruffalo. A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo? A Gruffalo? Why didn't you know? His eyes are orange and his tongue is black, and he has purple prickles all over his back. Why? Where are you meeting him? Here by this lake, and his favourite food is scrambled snake. Scrambled snake, it's time I hid. Goodbye, little mouse, and away the snake slid. Silly old snake, doesn't he know there's no such thing as a Gruffalo? Oh. But who's this creature with terrible claws and terrible teeth and his terrible jaws? He has knobbly knees and turned out toes and poisonous wart at the end of his nose. His eyes are orange, his tongue is black, he has purple prickles all over his back. Oh help, oh no, it's a Gruffalo. My favourite food, the Gruffalo said. You'll taste nice on a slice of bread. Good, said the mouse. Don't call me good. I'm the scariest creature in this wood. Just walk behind me and soon you'll see. Everyone is afraid of me. All right, said the Gruffalo, bursting with laughter. You go ahead and I'll follow after. They walked and walked till the Gruffalo said, I hear a hiss in the leaves ahead. It's a snake, said the mouse. Why, snake, hello. Snake took one look at the Gruffalo. Oh, crumbs, he said. Goodbye, little mouse, and off he slid to his log pile house. You see the mouse, I told you so. Amazing, said the Gruffalo. They walked some more until the Gruffalo said, Here I see a hoot in the trees up ahead. It's owl, said the mouse. Why, owl, hello. Owl took one look at the Gruffalo. Oh dear, he said, goodbye, little mouse, and off he flew to his treetop house. You see, said the mouse, I told you else's box that she wanted. She'd stamp and scream until she got that too. And if one of her classmates brought in a new toy at show and tell, Wanda would reply, "I've got 23 of those." So as you can imagine, the one thing Wanda didn't have was any friends. One day, Wanda and Mum headed for the shops as usual. "I want ice cream," wailed Wanda as soon as they got there. "Certainly, darling, won't be a tick," and her mum and she rushed off to buy one. Wanda waited impatiently. Then, out of the corner of her eye, she spotted a shop she had never seen before. And Wanda had seen all the shops. As Wanda stepped inside, she gasped in amazement. Hanging from the ceiling were hundreds of kites, kites of every shape and every colour, but there was one that really caught Wanda's eye. Hanging from the ceiling was a magnificent kite, a truly tremendous kite, the biggest and the best kite of them all. "Can I help you?" asked the shopkeeper. "I want that kite," snapped Wanda. "Ah, yes. Beautiful, isn't it? But that particular kite is not for sale." "Give me the kite, Wanda. Not for sale," said the shopkeeper. I love that. Well, that did it. Wanda glared broomstick.